Even now, the article may not be ready. Multiple articles also require Kravitz Keys from editor Neil Kravitz.
So what the keys do is they kind of get your mind focused. It really is a highlight that I really want you to pay attention to certain parts. So sometimes the keys, I am reinforcing key sentences that I really like within the article. So maybe the article highlights a few clinical pearls, and I really want to hit those clinical pearls hard. So you've already read them. So when you read the article, you're looking for them. Sometimes I point out things that maybe the author didn't emphasize that I thought was a really great technique, where I'll look at a photograph and say, this is what they're doing. And sometimes I will share my own thoughts, which is a little bit different. So I will say, listen, I know these are the results, but you have to interpret these results with caution. Or even though the author used this technique and described the challenges of this technique, perhaps a simpler technique would have been more appropriate. So for the most part, I'm reinforcing a clinical pearl, and I'm getting you focused into reading that article. But sometimes I will use it to share my own thoughts.
Last-minute scrambling can also occur if an author doesn't respond quickly, or if the lengths of articles don't fit together.
So the final journal has to be, the page count has to be a multiple of 8, and it's called signatures in printing. It has to be, so one signature is 8 pages, and there have to be even signatures. So we can't just have one extra page or, be a page short from that. So that's and sometimes we even, for during layout, if an article is coming in 1 page too long and we have everything else set, we might even try to condense something to make it fit. So it's very important that we have that exact page count. And of course, the other thing that plays into that is whether an article starts on a right-hand page or a left-hand page, which is determined during layout. And if one article ends on a left-hand page, the next one must start on a right-hand page so that the issue fits together. So it's definitely a juggling act, and things will shift around in order. If we have everything set and the last one comes in very different from what we estimated, then we might have to move things around. Or again, that might be a case when an article gets moved to another issue, or we have to put something else in at the last minute. And then after we have all of the articles done and they're compiled into the issue, we do a final proofing of that. And that's the same thing. I'll look at it first. Well, David and I look at it at the same time and then put our responses together for Arena to enter, and then just go back and forth until we get everything as close to perfect as we can. It's never perfect, but we try to get there.
Then we proofread everything again when we get the proofs from the printer. So we're proofreading every article maybe 4 or 5 times.